I want to do a video talking about the one biggest problem in Halo 5 right now that's really frustrating gamers, that's caused by a mix of band connection and server issues. Yeah, Banhammer and server issues. I've seen a lot of people on the Halo Waypoint forums complaining about how the Banhammer is getting ridiculous and out of hand. And at first, I didn't, believe them because I mean, in some cases they were really were like constant quitting or they were away from controller, and that was understandable. But after playing a lot, I've been starting to see this, and I've been seeing it growing and growing, and more people on the forums complaining about this, and it's starting to become a huge issue, and I've really noticed it. It's getting way out of hand. Um, yeah, it's just fans are getting frustrated with this, and the thing is, it's just like it's being completely ignored, like there's no problem at all, and it's one of the reasons why people are just disliking the game because the ban hammer is getting ridiculous now. Um, and the way to kind of just understand what I'm trying to get to the point at, because if I try to say right off the bat that the ban hammer needs to be do away with because the connection issues are causing us to get banned even more, and you might not fully understand how serious this is getting out of hand for people that are trying to just enjoy the game. Um, Back in Halo 3, the banhammer was only about a 3 quit system for a day. Like you quit 3 times that day, and then you would get banned for like I think with like 15 minutes or something like that. I'm not really that sure on that, but I do remember that it had a very simple banhammer system. You quit 3 times or something like that, and you just got a temporary ban. And then the next day was a whole new day, a new start, no big deal. That was the end of it. But then some people were complaining about the boosting with achievements, which I have a whole problem with the achievements entirely because it's pointless. Halo 5 is just, it's on Halo 3, it's wasn't a big issue because achievements hadn't become too big at the time that not too many people were boosting, but there were definitely boosting parties. Like Lone Wolves used to have a lot of people say, "Oh, anyone want to boost?" But it was never to the extreme. But knowing how the game started using those whole unlock systems and all those like kind of feel good systems. So you got, emblems and commendations and all those kind of unlocks. So it led to more people trying to cheat. This led to Halo Reach adding in an algorithm to ban people who tried to do this. Unfortunately, when they first did this, it wasn't perfect, and it was getting people that weren't even cheating banned. What would happen is, like, even for me, when I had guests over and playing and whatnot, and they just really were not that good at the game, and I was kind of a little too good at the game because I played it a lot. So I would kill them a lot, and they just couldn't keep up with it, and they were getting killed constantly, not getting any kills themselves, and they were just bad. And that's just a little laugh like you suck or something like that. But it was just just a joke. But unfortunately, it actually gave you a ban, and the first strike you got for that was a whole week. A whole week you got banned. Then the second time you got a strike would be you'd get banned for a month. And then the third strike, they gave you a permanent ban. You could not play the game at all the entire time. You were instantly banned from playing Xbox Live ever again on matchmaking. And some people think they were pressured by the crazy fanaticals on the forums who just say we need stricter bans. We want to ban people for this. We want to ban people for that. We want anyone that gets a low KD banned. That's how extreme some of the people on the forums get. They want people banned for the most stupid, ridiculous things. But then other people think that Bungie did it intentionally to spite Microsoft because it was kind of like they're going away because they got mad at Microsoft. Because if you know anything about Microsoft and Bungie, they do not get along, and they wanted to quit after Halo 3, and Microsoft kept making them push out Halo games like Halo Reach. So when they said their contract was up and they wanted to move over to Destiny, they kind of gave them a little middle finger. And personally, because they even also took off like temporarily the banning of the kicking system. The kicking system for friendly fire got taken off, so people were betraying each other in infections in Halo Reach for the longest time until 343 finally got in and fixed everything. But that was broken, the kicking system, and also that banhammer system was way out of hand. It caused the population system in Halo Reach to just drastically just drop. It was like it dropped like a rock. It was hard to get anyone to play the game because it was just people were getting annoyed by it. And yeah, so 343 came in and said, no, we're going to fix this system. You know what? It's not going to be like this anymore. It's going to be a 1 week ban. And first strike is going to be a day if you try to cheat, and second time is a week, and the third time is a month, and after a month, if you try to cheat again, it's just going to be another month. So it's just going to be like that. And they also improved the coding system, so it was not getting people banned for people that were legitimately playing for the most part. I mean, there were still cheaters, especially in Firefight. They were finding ways around the system to cheat, so they get their perfection medals where they could complete the entire firefight without ever dying. But anyways, so the system just they fixed it after it took a while, but it was definitely a way, in my opinion. I think it was mostly Bungie did it because the spite Microsoft. Because even when they got Destiny out for the DLC, some parts of the DLCs that they released, they said, well, all you Xbox Live players can't get these certain parts of the DLC for an entire year. It's going to be a PS4 exclusive. And so basically just told the players like, oh, you can't get in a DLC that you paid for an entire year. And so I think it was just a spite Microsoft, to be honest. And sorry to get off topic on that, but anyways, to try to get back on topic, but I know I'm going to get off topic again here. So 343 came in, readjusted the system and everything, and then when Halo 4 Banhammer came out, I can't recall anything major about it, but I think there was some problems, but nothing huge that I can, call off that I can remember. There was just nothing really ridiculous. Um, but we should just get to the Halo 5 part because it just got out of hand. They took that entire bad system that Bungie had for Halo Reach and they re-implemented it back into Halo 5 in a way. But instead of it being about for cheating, it's for quitting. What it is a progressive system that adds on more time each time you get a strike. And the problem is the algorithm is terrible. Whatever they're doing, the programming to get it to work is just terrible. It's not working, and it's getting innocent people that are playing that aren't breaking the rules. They're getting kicked. Um, the problem is Halo 5's connection is just really bad right now. It's constantly on and off. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad, but right now it is just terrible. It's not good right now, and that's because Infection's out and everyone wants to play it. And unfortunately, their system can't detect whether you just quit a game or if their server lagged out. And because of it, people are getting banned on a massive scale in that game. I see constantly adding on to the forum. It's just getting more and more people saying, why am I getting banned? Because a lot of people are complaining about this, but also because I'm in a Spartan company and we're trying to get the first strike completed, combination completed, yeah, and we were getting there, and unfortunately, I'm not the only one being affected by this in the group. I mean, we're all getting problems with this, and we're getting mad at it. Especially this one guy, I can understand his anger. He has a 2-hour ban for this system, and it's unfortunately just really bad because it's a terrible system. And I don't know why they would implement this because it's really dumb. It should just be a very simple system right now because clearly connection is not working. The connections are really bad right now, and yeah, basically, I don't know how to better put this. It's like you'll play a game, and like right now, every fifth game I play, I lag out of. The other 4 games might be perfectly fine, no lag, nothing. The 5th game, lag out. I was in the middle of a game where I was just completely was in first place, and right as the game ended, it kicked me out of the game. And what was really dumb is what happened afterwards. But I'll explain both those things in the video that I have. But I'm just going to show like what happened. It was just the system that they had was supposed to be to tackle down on constant quitters, but it's not just getting the people that are intentionally quitting or AFKing. It's going after the people that are just having connection issues. And the problem is they can't even detect these problems. And so because they can't even detect the problems, if it's really the person's fault that's doing it, or if it's actually the game, you're still being punished for their problems. So when their servers mess up, usually this is one thing to know when you play Halo 5. Never play after an update. Always wait a day or two, that pretty much, because you're gonna have these issues happen. They happen to so many people, and they get mad and frustrated because of it. So yeah, I just wanted to put that one out there just to understand that this connection is really bad, and their special programming to find patterns is just no. The system is just do not use it. It's terrible. It's not working. That pattern system, what it does is it keeps trying to say it finds, a certain pattern thing, and if you keep quitting too much or lag out, then we ban you. So it's not like we're banning you because you're constantly quitting from connection issues. That's not why you're getting kicked, and that's not true. I can count the number of times I've ever quit Halo 5 since I got the game way back when it came out. I think back in November, I believe it was. I got the day it came out and I played it, and I can count on my hand how many times I quit that game. 5 times. 5 times have I ever pressed leave game. And any other time, which was about like 3 other times, it was because my city was doing power connection changes, and we got blackouts, and that happened about like 2 or 3 times in my matches. But any other time that I got a DNF or did not finish was all based on their servers, and it's before any diehard fanboys try to say, oh no, it's probably your connection, you're the one that's lagging out. No, it's not. I can play all my other games online just fine. It's not me that's having the issue at all. I can play Battlefront, I can play Destiny, I can play Battlefield 4, I can play them all, and I don't have this connection problem. I hardly even see any lag. Even in Battlefield 4 when there's a ton of explosions going on and everything, I don't see any lag. So where the issue is coming from their servers. It's coming from them. Their servers are the ones having issues, not my Xbox. It's theirs. And the reason why I'm trying to go in depth to talk about this is because some people just don't want to admit that. I mean, even 343 is trying to, they're almost giving an implication that it's our fault that we're lagging out. It's not their problem or their fault at all, but that's not true at all. Their dedicated servers are not working. They aren't being truthful about that. It's not trying to intentionally call them liars or anything, but it's the thing about companies is they don't want to throw other people under the bus. They don't want to throw anyone. They don't want to throw their product under the bus. That's one thing that you'll learn about companies is they don't want to throw their product under the bus. They rather throw other people and other companies under the bus than take the blame for themselves. That's why back with I know this is going to be off topic, but I'm just going to say this real quickly. Back when Flash, they were trying to put Flash on one of the Apple products, and it wouldn't work. And basically, what happened was there was a security breach issue with the Flash. It wouldn't work with the Apple product, and it could cause people to be able to steal people's data and whatnot and information. And so when they told them that we can't do this, we can't put it on there, and Apple went ahead and already said like, oh, what we already kind of told our audience that we're going to try and do this, and now we can't do that. And then Steve Jobs goes up and starts slamming Flash, starts bad mouthing Flash all over, and basically the executives at Flash that work that own the product Flash W Flash came in and just said, if you don't stop slamming our product, we won't ever work with you again. And ever since then, Steve Jobs just shut his mouth and never said a thing about that again. And that's kind of an example of how companies will throw people and other companies' products under the bus before they'll actually take blame for themselves when it's in fact, the Apple product that wasn't working. Flash wasn't the issue, it was Apple's design. But yeah, this is an example of that. They won't admit that they've created a mixture problem where the connection issues are broken, and because of it, it's connecting to the Banhammer that's adding extra counts on you because if you play too often, these are going to build up and they don't ever forgive. Like, meaning even after months of not quitting, and somehow if you manage to go for like 30 plus days without even quitting, without even lag, nothing, it does not matter. It still counts. All those quits that you had in the past, they keep track of it. And even if it's a year ago, no matter how long ago it was, they never forget it. So if you quit, even if it was a whole 30 days ago since the last time you ever quit or lagged out of a match, if that happens to be that one quit that was still remaining, that all takes to get you get another 5, 10, 15, up to 2-hour bans. That one ban a month later that you just happen to end up, that one quit you happen to do, there you go, 2-hour ban, even though it had been months later. And they say this doesn't happen, but it does. Everyone that I'm playing with, not everyone, but lots of people in my Spartan company are all getting the same issues. And in the same time that it took me to make this entire video, that's how long I've been sitting here having to wait for my ban to go away. That's how long it took. That is ridiculous, and that's how it, and I did not quit, nothing. This is just the issues of Halo 5 servers, and right now, until they can fix either the connection problem or make a better Banhammer system, they need to just resort to a very simplified system right now for quitting. Just a simple 3 quits, maybe 15-minute ban. Make it simple. But don't try and keep this up where it's getting to the point where it's going 24, and even saw on YouTube somewhere, someone got a 24-hour ban. And it's just getting out of hand, and it's punishing people that play the game more. So if you're a new player and you quit more often, you're gonna get those 5-10 minute bans. You're not gonna get to the point where some of these people are who have been fans and playing like nonstop, and they're getting bans of like up to like 10 hours, 12 hours. That is getting out of hand. You can't keep doing this and you're like, oh, we're gonna make it longer and longer and longer. That's really gonna get them. Problem is you're getting also the wrong people. So even if you are getting people that are either quitting or AFKing, the problem is you're also getting people that are having connection issues, and not like the people there that are having connection issues. Your servers are having the problems, and I've had it happen way too many times, and it's just causing frustration. And this is it's just ridiculous. They need to do something to fix this, because right now it's just we're having so many issues trying to just play and just enjoy the game. And again, the entire time I've been sitting here, it's been almost 20 minutes, I think now. It's getting on 17 minutes. That's how long I'm still waiting to get back online. That's how long. That's how bad the system is, and it needs to get fixed. So, yeah, I don't know what else they can do, because they're clearly, it doesn't feel like it takes too many people just to have something get done there. And I don't know if they're really going to listen to this, but they really need to, because the system that they have in place right now is not a good system. It is really bad, and it's just causing way too many problems, and it's frustrating the hell out of people. So I mean, I'm gonna show you in this clip. I mean, if let's see, let me try and start it.
Lost.
Here we go. First, I thought this guy was cheating because I shot this guy point blank. It won't show you in this video, but again, this lag problem that just happened. Even though I'm in the lead, I did shoot this guy, but unfortunately, because of lag issues, this is why it looks like I didn't even hit him. But I was trying to see the connection issue, and as I was trying to look at his profile to see what was up with that, because I kind of thought he was cheating there, because I had a lag switch, but I didn't see until the next game that it's the connections in Halo right now, because I checked in other games and I'm actually just fine. See that? #1 player. And I wasn't even like, it looks like I'm staying still and they say like I was AFK, but I wasn't. But watch. Instantly dead. Just instantly died right there. And once that happened, I didn't get any credit for that game, and it counted as a DNF. And again, I wasn't even AFK for that long. I was just checking his profile out when this happened. So I wasn't even AFK for that long, and it kicked me in. Just to show you an example, the next clip I'm going to show you, same thing. Even though what it's showing was a game that was going on, it wasn't a game for me. What I got the entire time was the game loading, that little black screen that shows me a circle at the bottom going. That's all I saw the entire time. That's all I saw the entire time, but apparently I was just doing this, just sitting here. It looks like I was AFKing, but I wasn't. I was sitting in a black screen the entire time, and I couldn't do anything. And then the game just kicks me, and but see how long I was there? You're going to see how long I was there. So the first game, I was not kicked for AFK. The game lagged me out right as the game finished. Because you can see here that I was not, if you go back to the original one, you see I was not AFK for that long. I was just checking his profile, and I was about to report him until I saw this. But yeah, after I like all of a sudden, yeah, because I was going to report him, but Then after I played another game and this happened, um, yeah, it's again I got lagged out again. And again, you see how much time goes by. So it wasn't for the original one, the first clip. It wasn't that. It was the second clip that shows that I wasn't AFK. I wasn't as AFK as long as that, and I didn't get kicked for it. So it was clearly something to do with the connection. And I'm just leaving the what's it called, the Halo theater. So that's why it says leave game, but that's not actually a game, unfortunately, because what I saw the entire time was that whole black screen with the circle going around. And yeah, that's what annoys me. And also, I didn't record this, but another issue that I had as I backed out, and I was trying to go through, and I was going to start another match, but I didn't start it yet. I was going through and looking at my cards or whatnot, my boost cards for arena, and it showed I only had 8 cards. I have the entire set of cards on there, so I have every single card of any boost for arena on there, and it showed me I only had like 8 or 9 cards, or I think like 5 actually, 5 cards, and I'm like, wait a second, something's wrong here. Why is it saying I have 5 cards? Like, did I lose all my cards all of a sudden, or what? Like, was the connection that bad? And sure enough, I shut down my whole entire Xbox, restarted, and it goes, "Oh, you've been kicked from the game for cheating and or not cheating, for it was like quitting and AFKing or something like that. You've got a temporary ban. You know that simple BS." So I end up just being stuck the entire time, just having to sit here, and I'm like, well, I'm getting kind of over this. I hear everyone on my Spartan company saying this, and I hear everyone on the forum saying this, and I'm actually finally getting, to me, it's getting to the point where even I'm getting tired of this, and 343 really needs to do something to kind of crack down on their Banhammer system and improve it, because it's just not great at all. It's just not cool how you can just, the whole system, because of their connection problems, they're banning you for it. So when their system screws up, you get banned for it. You get marked for it. You get all the tally marks, and after a certain amount of tally marks, you get banned. That's just not right, and they need to get rid of that, because that's not cool. So anyways, thanks for watching, but yeah, again, I'm still waiting for the band to finish, and it's about to finish, so I'm going to finish this up and have it render, and then I'll just post it and comment if you want. Of course, I know that some of you still won't believe me in this, and again, that's your opinion, I guess, but again, there's a lot of people that are getting tired of this, and 343 really needs to start cracking down on either their connection problems or their Banhammer, because both of them are broken, but one of them needs to get fixed right now, because this is just dumb. This 2-hour bans, 24-hour bans, this is just absolute, just ludicrous over their connection problems, and it's their connection again, because I did play other games right afterwards and tested it, like download, see if there was anything else messing up. It's not Xbox Live, it's not my Xbox, it's theirs. It's their connection, their dedicated servers, their supposed dedicated servers, and their special pattern band system that they're looking for that aren't working. And it's just one of the things. I'm not trying to, full on just take a whole like dump on their game and say that it's absolutely terrible, but this is one of the things that needs to get fixed, because that's not cool to have a game where all you're doing is just constantly, every 5th game at this point right now for me, every 5th game I'm getting like some kind of issue. Every other game's going fine. Even this game, that first game I was in, was going perfectly fine. I was going crazy. You can see the points. Like, I was first place nonstop. I was just constantly getting kills, and I had no lag issue at all. And then right as I turn around to shoot that zombie, the entire game just starts having weird lag issues, and then I spawn in and lag. And then right as the game ends, I'm like, okay, game's over. Lag. And then all of a sudden, takes me out, says, sorry, we lost connection to servers. I'm like, you're kidding. And then I go to the next one, the next game, And I'm sitting there waiting for the loading thing to go, and I'm sitting there, and the loading thing's going, I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden it takes me back and says, "You've been AFK." I'm like, "Are you kidding? I've been sitting there waiting the entire time, and it said I was AFK." So yeah, the connection issues with it are just out of hand. And just because not everyone in the game is having the connection issue doesn't mean it's not the dedicated service. Because even afterwards, I think one or two of those other people in the first game told me that they also got kicked out of their game, so they were pretty mad too. So again, this is just because I got kicked out and I'm the only one does not mean that it's not happening to other people. Other people could be getting kicked out. And if two other people are getting kicked out of the same game, it's not us. It's actually the server. And they need to really crack down on that, because that is not cool to be paying to play a game, and you paid $60 for this game and you're playing to have fun, and you're getting not only kicked from a game that's really bad connection, but it would have been made at least bearable if it weren't for that really ridiculous overkill banhammer that they have. That is just way too much for this game. They need to stop with the banhammer. It's just they keep adding more and more strictness and saying, "Oh, we need to go harsher," and they're acting just like Bungie with Halo Reach, and what led to people just disliking and not wanting to play their games, because people were getting sick and tired of constantly getting banned for things that were not even like their fault. But of course, it's just like all the fans that are trying to pressure them and saying, "No, we need to be more strict. We need it to be more extreme. We need more banhammer. We need it longer. In fact, double the banhammer time. In fact, give anyone that even commits and gets low KD. I've heard this on the forums. Anyone that gets low KD should get banned for an entire week." There have been people on the forums advocating for ridiculous banhammers. Or even they want, I remember even back when they were announcing Halo 5, like not like they had any information yet on it, and they said what they wanted for the Halo 5 banhammer, they wanted to have it not only for just people ban people for like getting what was it, just for getting low KD. They wanted to have a naming system. They wanted to name call people. So if you had too many quits, they wanted to call you a QQ or something like that. Just wanted to call you a quitter and have that put on your nameplate. And I'm like sitting there going, well, that sounds really stupid. It sounds like just a way to try and just, people that are just like you trying to pick on. And it doesn't actually, even if the people really were quitting, I think that's a stupid system to add. And luckily, at least 343 knew that that was not something you should add in a game ever, just like to insult people, even if they were quitting. That's just too stupid to just go to that extreme. I mean, it's not like those cheaters in like what was it in like World of Warcraft and whatnot, where they cheated so much that the developers stripped them of all their armor, made them commit suicide in the game. I'm not sure if it was World of Warcraft, but whatever game it was, they made them quit. They took over his account because he was cheating, and then they dumped him in the thing, and they made him jump into the water, commit suicide, and then delete his account. That made sense though, because he went to an extreme length to cheat. These aren't even cheaters. These are people that are quitting. Even if they are quitting, they shouldn't even have name calling systems. They shouldn't even have a system that bans people for 24 hours for quitting a match. My friend got quit. My friend in the Spartan company got banned for 2 hours for quitting a game, even though he hadn't quit another game in over like 10 days. 10 days, and he's getting banned for 2 hours for quitting a game. They need to make a forgiveness system or something that says, after a certain amount of time passes, you go down tally marks, so that you're not, building up more and more, and it just keeps giving you more and more bans. And next thing you know, you're up to 4 hours, 5 hours of bans. That's stupid. It should be quite simple. It should be like, if you go an entire day, if they're going to keep this kind of system going, they should make it so if you go an entire day without ever quitting and not getting more than 3 DNFs, like they have a detection system, so that if you press the leave game or you press the, I'm not sure if they can detect this one, but if you press the dashboard, um, yeah, if they don't ever press the leave game, or if they do more than three dashboards, or they lagged out of the game, if they haven't done either of those two, they go down a tally mark. And every day they go and they don't do these constant quitting, they go down tally marks, so they don't end up building up more and then getting longer bans. Either that, or they make a system where if they go after certain, like a whole week without getting banned, they go down one. So say, for example, you got a 15-minute ban, and you go a whole week without ever quitting, well, not ever quitting, but you get maybe a lag out or two throughout the entire week, but you never actually get a full ban. Then at the end of that week, you go down, and so next time if you ever do get banned, you only get a 10-minute. They need to do a system like that. That would make sense. Anyways, I think I'm already off the Banhammer now, but I just don't want to see this thing getting out of hand, because if it is, it's gonna. I already know that the population is pretty low, but if this keeps up, it's just gonna keep more people from wanting to not play the game, because it's turning people off when they're constantly being, pushed out of the game. So hopefully, they do something about this. I really do, because I don't want to see this being the what it's going to be remembered as. Because after I finish unlocking everything in this game, and I get the Achilles heel or whatever, and the DLC is all finished, if this is still how the game's going to be played with that kind of banhammer system, I'm just not going to play it. I'll go play Star Wars Battlefront. I'll go play Gears of War 4 or something, but I'll wait for that to come out before I'll actually sit here and deal with that. I'm just not going to do this. I'd rather wait for Gears of War 4 and Crackdown 3 and all that stuff. I'll wait for those games to come out before I'll actually play this game, if this is what the banhammer system is going to be like after I finish everything I need to do on it. So hopefully they start fixing this and they get right onto it and fix it. But anyways, thank you for watching again. Sorry for that long video, but just want to do a video about this. And thank you.